How do we just go from wanting to visit this icon just to shitting on them?
And then in this fight, he stops it way too late. His face was like, oh, like,
or he's gonna get exposed, you know?
either really bad and never trained, or they just take a dive.
Man, you're gonna definitely see me in the ring next year.
That was mad, bro.
He's just...
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another edition of the Phat Lucrative MMA podcast, episode 7. And it's the first episode that me and my man Phatz are doing when we're not in the same room. Currently, I'm in Melbourne, Australia. Phatz is out there in Auckland, New Zealand. How you doing, my man? How's the weather out there? How's the people?
Mate, it's beautiful. It's beautiful back in Aotearoa, mate.
Lovely, bro. Lovely. Obviously, Phatz was here not too long ago. We was in the same house together, but you know, you are a family man, so you had to get back to the family, make sure everything is in order in the house. But bro, Australia was good, eh?
Hard out, man. I must say, when I see the camera, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Man, did you see our steak vlog?
Yeah, steak vlog's doing well, man. I didn't see the numbers. You mentioned the numbers are doing well, but the vlog was sick, bro. The editing's high level as well.
Yeah, man. Thanks to you, man. Thanks to James, I've now got a professional editor.
You need that, mate. You need that.
Yeah, now my vlogs are gonna look pristine.
Yeah, and by the way, if you guys haven't gone and seen Phatz 482 on YouTube, definitely go and view it. I'm featuring in there a lot, boys. So, you know, everyone watching this is on my channel. So everyone watching this will only really know me from the MMA betting, right? But if you want to see me eat some steaks, if you want to see me outside of the MMA, speaking about random shit, then definitely go to Phatz 482 on YouTube, PHATZ 482. We got the steak vlog up, we got the kebab vlog up, and we got another steak vlog up. So we're looking to go all around the world and eat the best food.
Next one, Colombia.
I want
bro,
that.
Bro, I don't know. Every time I watch that vlog and I see your medium rare, I'm thinking, fuck, I might need to change my steak. How I have my steak, because when I keep looking at the vlog, I was like, how come I'm craving his medium rare?
Bro, when I first got that, you told me that, wow, that's way too much. But now I'm changing you. I'm changing you now.
Hard out.
It's good, bro. I reckon it's the best by far, medium rare. Sometimes I'm scared to get medium rare because sometimes they don't cook it well. You know, maybe they'll cook it too rare, and I hate rare. Like, yeah, it's a big difference.
That's the main reason why I always get medium well, because it's always like, you know, just in case they go like they don't do it too under. It's like I don't mind if it's a medium rare when I get it if I ask for medium well, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They can't really fuck it up if they cook it for too long. But if you ask for rare or medium rare, they can fuck it up. But honestly, the places that we've been going, which is like top class restaurants, they usually cook it right, bro. You know, when you go
true.
When you go to these shitty places, sometimes they'll you know, they could fuck it up. But honestly, the places that we go to, for the moment anyway, have been like high quality places. Bro, that was expensive though, eh?
I know. What about he told us it was 160 steak, eh?
You know what?
Ended up costing
244 per steak, guys, and we got 2 steaks, so that's $500 for 2 steaks only. But they were fucking good steaks. But you know what I realized, Phatz? Because basically, for anyone listening, I said to Phatz, oh, it's only $160 a steak. It's not that bad. But you know what I realized the other day when I was thinking about it? He said $160 per kilo.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it now. And we got 1.5. Bro, it was the freaking bone the bone was a kg on its own.
I know, man. That's how they get you, innit? But honestly, that steak was good though, bro. Like, that's one of the best I've ever had, I reckon.
Yeah. Next time, I want to tell them keep the meat on the bone. I wanna eat a tomahawk like that, bro. Pick it up like that.
We did eat it like that. You mean the whole meat though?
The whole meat.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna eat one wherever we go, right?
Yeah, I'm down for that, bro. But man, let's get into this MMA event that just went. Phatz, I don't think you woke up for it, right? So you don't really know, like, because it was on throughout the night. For us, it was on Friday night.
Yeah, did you end up staying up and watching it all night?
I stayed up, bro. Like, I stayed up for the whole night. I was absolutely wrecked, man. I'm only just coming right now, 2 days later.
Was it a good week? Was it a good week for you?
Bro, I went down 6 units again. So I lost 6 units. So unfortunately, it was another L. Yeah, it's cool, bro. Like I've been winning basically every single week this year. So this was inevitable. You know, I have to go through some weeks where I lose. It is what it is, man. Honestly,
it is what it is, man.
It doesn't affect me at all because I've been winning so much this year. So eventually I was going to go through some losses, and we had a loss. It wasn't that much. It was like -6 units, but we ended well. We bet on Derrida to beat Robert Whittaker, which
crazy fight.
Did you end up watching that one? Because it was on kind of late.
I woke up and that fight was just starting. Like literally,
yeah,
it was like 10 seconds into round 1, and I was like, holy.
Yeah.
What did you think of that fight? Oh, well, I had a bet on Derrida to submit him, so it was quite intense for me because I was like, take him down, but Whittaker was game, man.
Yeah.
For him to do that to Derrida, to like constantly defend his takedowns, shooting straight back up, I was actually quite impressed with Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, he did well. Like, he didn't surprise me with the takedown defense that much because I know he's got good takedown defense. But what he surprised me with was when he did get taken down, he wasn't really ever in danger. You know, he was never in a submission attempt, as far as I remember. I don't think Derrida had one submission attempt. And
he did have that arm triangle. He did have he just did none of. Yeah, I know what you mean. None of them were like locked in.
Yeah, maybe he did have an arm triangle. I can't really remember, but yeah, definitely not in like major trouble or anything like that. And then I was actually surprised that Whittaker kept reclaiming his guard. You know, he kept reclaiming his guard, bro. Like, he couldn't really pass his guard. Like, you know, RDR would pass his guard, and then Whittaker would, you know, scramble, claim half guard, and then claim full guard again. And I was like, damn, like, he's actually got way more off his back than I thought, bro.
Yeah, I was actually quite impressed. Yeah. Like, he just didn't look like Derrida was struggling to hold him down, take him down. That was...
Yeah, but he still lost.
Frustrating for... Yeah, he still lost, though. I actually thought it could have gone either way, but... Yeah, he did control most of the fight, Derrida. He's just, bro...
Big guy. Yeah, he's big guy. Massive.
Yeah, I see what you mean. He's sort of like Duplessis, not like the most traditional fighter, but just real different.
Very, very similar to Dricus, man. And I had read some stuff on Twitter where people are like, you know, RDR and Dricus, they're not like each other. People are just saying that because, I don't know, people are just saying that to sound smart or something. RDR and Dricus du Plessis are very, very similar. They're both massive. They're both jacked. They both got a similar body type. They're both white. They both look like each other. You know what I mean? Like, they both look like each other. Dricus is South African. And if you know anything about history, the Dutch went over to South Africa, and that's why they got a lot of white people in South Africa. And RDR is Dutch himself. Like, these guys are basically the same. And then when they fight, they fight super similar. Like, they're janky, they're awkward, they're goofy. They turn away from strikes. They get hit a lot, but they are massive, crazy physical, and they just have the will to win. You know, they're just winners. So I think they're very
His knee up the middle is crazy.
That was mad, bro.
He just I could tell he was hurting. Yeah, you could tell he was hurting Whittaker, but Whittaker just had a nice jab. See, Whittaker's jab was keeping him away, though.
Yeah.
But every time he went for that knee, he'll just straight in the solar plex or in the liver. Nasty.
That knee, he covers so much distance with it as well, bro.
Yeah,
much distance, you know. He could be like, you couldn't even cover that distance with a head kick because he like jumps into the knee. It's not just a knee from standing. You know? It's like a skip knee almost. Not a skip, but he steps forward, takes one big step, and then with the back knee, you know, he steps forward. So he covers so much distance, bro. He covers like half the cage with the knee. And it's a step in. You don't see it because you're worried about his hands, right? Because he might throw the jab, and then with the back knee, he's forward now. with the back knee or throw the knee. So you don't really see it because you're focused on his hands or the upper body, and then boom, you just get hit in the gut. And yeah, you're right, bro. Whittaker was struggling. There was one specific knee. I thought Whittaker might get KO'd from that knee because you could tell his face was like, oh, like his whole body.
Yeah. He recovered well.
I think that's when he went down. Do you remember when RDR took him down?
Yeah.
I was thinking, bro, you should have just kept it on the feet because I think Whittaker was close to being done from that knee, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hard out. He was out there.
Crazy how he can just have like... Fight. Yeah, bro. It's crazy how he's kind of shit on the feet, but he just has that one move and it just does so much damage. He knocked out Bo Nickal with that knee.
Exactly. Yeah, but did you see in the clinch too, like, he just couldn't hold, like, the way Whittaker fought off the clinches did a lot better than Bo Nickal, I thought, in my opinion. I just thought, he couldn't get like a nice wrist control on them and like control them in the grapple and take them down. So, bro, props to Whittaker for dealing with such a elite grappler, jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah, and I do think that Whittaker is past his best now. You know, I feel like he's past his prime, and you could see that in that fight because I really believe that if they fought 4 years ago, Whittaker knocks him out.
Yeah. Age does catch up, but Whittaker, man, he done surprisingly well. It just goes to show the levels, you know. Like a good fight will be Bo Nickal Whittaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
good fight. Just to see the levels, you know.
Yeah, because the thing is, Bo Nickal has way better wrestling than René de Ridder. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
exactly.
So I'm pretty sure Bo would be able to take him down. Not going to say easily because Hamzat didn't even take him down easily, but I think he'll be able to take him down. It seems like it's too big of a step up too soon for Bo Nickal, though. I feel like Whittaker would probably get taken down, not get submitted. I mean, if you're surviving on the ground against RDR, I'm pretty sure Bo Nickal's not going to submit you, you know? It's not impossible.
Yeah.
But then I think, you know, Whittaker would get back up to his feet, and the striking gap is massive still. Whittaker would fuck him up on the feet, you know? And Bo doesn't have that physicality of RDR, you know? He doesn't have the striking, you know, of RDR, to be honest. Like, in terms of effectiveness, I think Bo's a better striker than RDR if he hits pads and you judge his pad technique, you know. But in terms of like effectiveness on the feet, RDR is way more effective.
Yeah, forward pressure of RDR is outrageous.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Like, you could even see Whittaker, like, even at round 4 or 5, like, you could just tell he was on the back foot.
Yeah, and I was surprised, you know? Bro. Whittaker outlasted, RDR's cardio held up better than Robert.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Which is
crazy.
I didn't think that would happen.
But he was throwing bombs. Whittaker was throwing bombs because you could just see he had to, like, his jab was so effective, but he had to, like, launch from, like, you know.
Yeah.
He had to launch every jab. He had to launch in and try and land on RDR, which he was doing, which was just elite level striking on Whittaker's behalf.
What about round 2 or round 3 when Whittaker was melting on the feet? RDR was smashing him. I thought Whittaker was going to get finished. And then he comes through with the crazy overhand, just like Hail Mary, like, and it almost knocks out RDR.
I saw that on slow motion. Connected. It just wiped his chin. Boom.
I thought he was done. The ref was like thinking he was going to step in, bro.
Yeah, no, I remember watching it because obviously I had RDR for some submission. So as he's rushing Whittaker, I'm like, go.
Yeah.
Because I thought as soon as I went to the ground, I was like, it's over from here. So I was quite... Yeah, so as soon as he like gets him up against the cage and he goes to attack him and then just gets that overhand, and I was gutted.
Yeah. It just goes to show you again, and I want to touch on this with the event, but like it goes to show you how crazy MMA is, because I bet on RDR, right? So I won money, so it was great. But I was wrong on so many things there, right? So even in a win, I was still wrong. So I was wrong because I thought that when RDR gets on top, he was going to finish Robert Whittaker, right? Of course, I'm not saying as soon as he gets on top, but I thought most likely if he got on top, he would finish him. He couldn't finish him, bro. He couldn't finish him. At times, he couldn't even pass his guard. And when he did pass his guard, he couldn't do much damage. So I was extremely wrong there. I was also wrong in another way because I thought that if the fight goes 5 rounds, Whittaker's going to piece him up in round 3, 4, and 5, which I was completely wrong about. RDR won the later rounds to win him the fight. And I was just wrong on many, many different, aspects. So it just goes to show you, like, MMA is a crazy sport, bro, and it's very, very hard to do.
Yeah, on paper, you'd think, I had the same thing too. Like the whole fight, I was like, soon as RDR takes him down, it's game over.
Yeah.
But watching him struggle against Whittaker, it just goes to show how high level Whittaker is, man. He did not for 1 minute give him time to relax. Because you know how RDR, when he's relaxed, bro, he can just sort of lean on you and he secretly slides their elbow in every time, Yeah. But I felt like with Whittaker constantly putting pressure on him on the ground, like, he couldn't just relax and get into his groove because Whittaker's so game that he was like, get off me. Get the fuck off me, like, I'm not letting you relax. Constantly moving, constantly hip flexing, like even in the clinches, bro. You could just see Whittaker constantly turning, boom, and that's what broke him out of every clinch. So as soon as RDR was getting comfortable, like, over here I can beat him up, give him a few knees. Whittaker did not let him once get into his game, Like he did not make anything relaxing for RDR, which was quite high level game plan from Whittaker. Like Whittaker came in there with the perfect game plan.
Yeah, bro.
Give him that solid jab, stick and move,
Yeah, honestly, he did, bro. Like Whittaker had the perfect game plan. He couldn't have done much better in terms of game plan. He was just out hustled, and it was still a 50-50 fight. But it just goes to show you, like, the toughness of Whittaker. Like, he came into that fight ready to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He came into that fight saying, like, I'm not going down easy. If you beat me, you have to kill me or win a split decision. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be easy for you. Whereas when you look at, like, his other fights, like Bo Nickal melted on the feet, bro. He just basically he wasn't turning off the clinch. He got frustrated, and that's the lack of, like, experience in those positions. Like Whittaker has had dog fights his whole career. Even the Izzy second fight, he was pressuring a lot. The Yoel Romero fights, like, this guy has gone to war with the best of them, and it showed in that fight. He never gave RDR any time to relax or settle. Whereas as soon as the going got tough for Bo Nickal, he kind of started conceding positions. He started his body language. His body language was bad. He kind of turned himself. He's like, I don't really want to be here anymore. Whittaker for 25 minutes, even when he was almost knocked out, he's like, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. But it was the same for RDR, bro. The same for RDR.
Exactly. Yeah, both game fighters.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
Yeah, that was a great fight. Great main event from Whittaker. And
yeah,
how did you think about the other fights that went down?
Fuck, like that was one of the craziest events ever, because I'm gonna actually bring up a tweet that I have now, because, man, that was like one of the craziest events I've ever seen. You was asleep for this, right? But the first 6 fights, 5 underdogs won, bro.
Shucks.
So Buchecha started off the card, right? Marcus Buchecha, who's one of the greatest Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighters ever that went over to MMA, right? This guy this guy's fought the best of them. Galvao, Gordon Ryan, this guy's fought the best of them. And he was a minus 300 favorite in the first fight, and he lost the fight. He lost the fight 2-1 against Martin Buday. It was a bad performance. So straight away, the big favorite loses. The new.
Did you have Did you have the underdog?
No, I bet on Buchecha to win in round 1. So I didn't play him to win because the odds were shit. But I bet on him to win in round 1 because my thinking was, like, if he actually is going to win, he's probably going to do it dominantly. He's probably going to win in round 1. And if it gets out around 1, I can't really trust him to win the fight or at least cover his money line. So I thought, you know what, I'll just play him to win in round 1. And I feel like that was a good way to play him if you're going to play him. Obviously, the underdog was the best bet, right? But if you're going to play Buchecha, I think the round 1 prop was definitely the best way, because then if he doesn't win in round 1, it's probably not going to look like...
Is he the big board-headed one?
No, well, he's the one who won. Martin Buday won. But yeah, that fight started off with that. And then we had Nguyen versus Yahya, which we have to speak about.
I watched the replay, bro.
Man, well, I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion on that one, because I have a strong opinion.
Yeah, yeah, that fight should have been finished in round 1, bro. Like 5 unanswered knockdowns. Yeah, that was shocking refereeing. You could tell after round 1, poor fellow, when he's walking back to his corner, he's still unconscious. He's still like walking back, stumbling. The ref trying to guide him back. I don't know. A part of me wanted him to, like, because when they continued in round 2, did you see when he landed the 1-2 and almost rocked them? You know what I mean? It was something out of a Rocky. Rocked them, knocked them down, and that was like something out of a Rocky movie, you know?
Crazy.
But then, obviously, when he kept getting dropped, I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Stop the fucking fight, man!" Like,
they didn't even stop.
I know. Like, it wasn't until the doctors were like, saw his eye was literally like a baseball, and I was like, yeah, sometimes it's either they stop it way too early, or the referee doesn't give a fuck about the fighter's health.
Yeah. What
did you think about it,
bro? There's no consistency. Like, you know, speaking about that, and I'll tell you my thoughts in a minute. But speaking about what you just said, sometimes they stop it super early, or sometimes they leave it way too late. So the referee in that fight was Jason Herzog, right? And he was the one who stopped the Taliesin Teixeira versus Derek Lewis fight the other day.
Exactly.
So he stops the fight like way too early in that fight. And then in this fight, he stops it way too late. Like, how can you be the same human stopping that fight, but then not stopping that fight? Something's not adding up, bro. Like, you can't be the same human and do those two things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like he must read comments.
He does.
No, he does. He does. Yeah, but do you feel like because he stopped their fight way too early that he was probably in that fight going, fuck, if I stop this fight early, fucking people don't think, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
It must be hard being a ref, eh?
It's definitely hard being a ref. It's very hard. But at the end of the day, if you are a ref, you're getting paid to go to MMA, like it's a very privileged position, then you're in the firing line, you know? And there's going to be a lot of articles about him today. There's going to be a lot of people like me speaking about him. And there's going to be a lot of people with way more clout or followers than me talking about him as well. But my opinion on that one, I put it out after the fight, bro. I did a video, right? And I can't see how that isn't corruption, you know? And maybe I shouldn't say this because, you know, I'm in the MMA sphere now and I know camps, fighters, officials, people that work for the UFC. Like, I'm in that circle, right? So maybe I'm being silly by speaking out against this now, but I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, this is my true belief. And my true belief is that what we saw yesterday was corruption. I think there's corruption on some level. So there's only two possibilities in my mind, right? It's either that Jason Herzog was told to let the fight go because people that know him have bet on the fight. So maybe they bet on Muhammad Yahya to win, or maybe they bet on the over 1.5 rounds. So I don't know if you know how betting works, right? But basically,
yeah,
you can
have your bet.
Well, you can see what has been bet on, right? So what I mean by that is, like, you can go on, there's all different software that does this, right? But you can go on a website and it tells you if the lines have moved, right? The odds, if they've moved. And if the odds have moved, it either means that money has been bet on that bet or bet against the bet, right? So, for example, you know, on this fight, the over 1.5 rounds was sitting at like minus 200. And then about a day before the fight, lots of people bet on the over 1.5 rounds and it moved to minus 270, which is a considerable jump, right? So basically, people bet on the over 1.5 rounds before the fight, right? And it looks like the person who bet on that was Jason Herzog. You know what I mean? It looks like he fucking bet on the over 1.5 rounds himself. And you can get considerable money down on a total. Like if I want to, I can get $400,000 down on that total, and it would probably go from minus 200 to minus 270. I know websites I can do that. I can do that on free websites alone. 100 grand on each, 125, 30 grand on each. So that's a possibility, right? Maybe people... Because at the end of the day, bro, referees can be...
he's putting bits on it?
I don't think him, but I think maybe someone will be like, Jason, here's 25 grand. Can you make sure this fight goes over 7.5 minutes? And then, you know, and then those people are betting 300 grand on it. They're winning 100 grand profit. They give Jason 25 and they walk on, right? Like, I think that's a possibility. Because at the end of the day, like, and even if, you know, one day he sees this, which is he might do, right? I mean, a lot of our clips are, you know, people are seeing the clips that we're posting out on Instagram, right? So maybe he's going to see this. But all I would say to that is, look, I'm just making an educated guess on the information I have in front of me. I obviously could be wrong, but people are corruptible, right? Like humans in general can be corrupted.
This whole world's corrupted, bro.
Exactly.
This whole fucking world's corrupted.
This whole world is corrupted, bro. Like everyone's
corrupted. But so we're gonna be careful what we say.
yeah, apparently. But this is from me. This isn't from Phatz, you know. So this is my opinion. But yeah, the whole world is corruptible, man.
Nah, I feel like you're right, bro. There's a whole bunch of these weirdos that corrupt this world, and
it's money. When money's involved, you know, anywhere on the planet where money is involved, you find corruption. In any political system on the planet, money is involved and power, so you find corruption. You know, 90% of wars that are made these days are not from any noble reason. Like, I feel like World War I and World War II, from what I know of it, was a noble war, right? I don't know the truth, but it seems like it was a noble war. But all the fucking wars going on nowadays, 90% of them are just for money or power, right? It's corrupt. It's a corrupt war, right? So people are corruptible. So I feel like that's a chance, right? That, you know, it's money and betting involved. But I also feel like, which is probably more likely, to be honest, is that I've heard that Muhammad Yahya, you know, Steve Nguyen's opponent, apparently he has connections to like royalty in that part of the world, the UAE, in Abu Dhabi, right? So apparently he has connections to like princes or royalty or whatever. That's what I've heard, right? He's an important person out there. And that's why the UFC keep giving him fights, because he's lost 3 fights in a row now and he hasn't looked good in any fight. But usually the UFC would cut someone after that last performance against Cowboy Fernandez.
Is he the people that had... Keep going. So
yeah, so like they keep giving him fights and they're giving him winnable fights, to be honest. I mean, Trevor Peek, Cowboy Fernandez, and Steve Nguyen on paper are winnable fights before the fights, right? So maybe, you know, Jason knows that he's connected to royalty, and Jason said, all right, I'm going to give him a chance to win because, like, you know, he's connected to this motherfucking prince who is literally putting on this whole event, which is more likely. So yeah, that's my opinion, isn't it? I feel like there's some corruption involved in that. I don't think Jason's just like, yeah, I don't think I should stop it now. No, I think that there's corruption involved, but I don't know on what level. So I'd be interested to hear you guys' opinions. Comment down below. Comment down below if you believe that I am onto something, or that you think maybe Jason Herzog, you know, stopped the Derek Lewis fight early. So now he's like, I'm going to let this fight go. That's also a possibility, right? I personally think it's corruption, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. I believe, especially, yeah, you're right, man. Whenever there's money involved, man, you gotta watch out. And where was this event? It was in
Abu
Saudi,
Dhabi. Yeah,
Abu
Abu Dhabi.
Dhabi.
Yeah.
So, man,
Yeah.
you probably had Ella Sheikh there going. Yeah,
Muhammad's my
make sure
nephew,
my
right?
fighter wins. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, fighting corruption, like in the fight game, corruption's been going on for years, but you still see it today in boxing.
Yeah, and even
Everything.
MMA. Do you know about the James Krause situation that happened a few years ago in MMA?
Nah, what
So
happened?
basically, there was this dude called James Krause, right? And he was a coach. He was a former fighter for the UFC. He had fought in the UFC many times. He fought Trevin Giles and a few other people, but he was also a coach. And his fighter went into a fight with a bad injury, and he and all his camp knew about it. So all his camp bet against their fighter, right? And they bet on the fight to not go to decision. They bet on the under 2.5 rounds. They bet on the other fighter via KO. Like, they bet on all of this stuff to happen because they knew their fighter was going in with an injury. Within the first 20 seconds of the fighter's knee explodes. He falls on the floor and the fight is waved off, right? And then about a few weeks later, there's an investigation because they saw that all these bets were going in unusually right before the fight. All these bets went in against the opponent. And then he has an injury in the first 20 seconds of the fight. They did an investigation and they found out that James Krause was involved in a betting scandal. They all spoke about it before the fight. They all bet against it. They all made loads of money on it. And then they dug deeper into him and he was doing all of this dodgy betting stuff. And he banned from the UFC permanently. I think there's still an open investigation going on about it or whatever. So this is all allegedly, by the way. So yeah, that was a betting scandal that happened a few years ago, bro. If you type in James Krause UFC, you're going to see it. So that was at the highest level in the UFC. So if that's going on, why isn't there more corruption that we don't know about?
Oh yeah, bro, it's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know, eh? Some fighters might be bidding on themselves to forfeit or getting family relatives or...
Yeah. Why
what do you
not?
think about that? Fuck, cracked it.
Yeah. Why not, bro? I mean, yeah.
Might have to come up with some deals for these UFC fighters. Bro.
Yeah, like, bro, just
I'm gonna put
get submitted with
I'm
a
gonna put,
guillotine in round one.
Bro, I'm gonna put fucking $1,000 on you to get knocked out in the first 2 minutes, bro. Please.
Bro, you know, no, I'm not gonna say
Nah, I know. But I mean, like, yeah. Like, yeah. Look at Mayweather. He'll go put $1 million on himself. You can do that, eh? You can go bet on yourself, eh? You can go, all right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, but you know, it got banned in it got fully banned in the UFC after that James Krause thing that I just told you about. You know, no fighters are allowed to bet on MMA fights. You can't even bet on another MMA fight. If you're in the UFC legally, you're not, well, I don't know if it's legal, but like in the UFC rules now, you're not allowed to bet on UFC fights anymore.
Hey,
yeah, even if it's not,
man. Shout out to Buchecha, man, getting all the fighters to do bets weekly.
yeah. No, I think you're not allowed to bet on it. So like if you're in the bantamweight division, you can't bet on a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, it makes sense, man. Fuck yeah, they should have a deeper look into that. Hey, you got all these fighters probably doing sports bets.
Yeah, man.
Wonder why my multis never slap.
Yeah, bro. It's all a conspiracy, you know.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that event was mad, bro. Did you see Rebas? She got elbowed in the eye, and then
I seen that, man.
She quit after getting elbowed in the eye. Yeah, it was a bad elbow.
Crazy.
It was a bad elbow, but like she's the only woman in MMA that has like a bad chin. It's kind of crazy. I was speaking about it on my show, Parlay Madness, last week. I don't think there's any other woman in the UFC that has a bad chin. Like, there's so many men who have bad chins, right? Like, we can name so many. But can you name a woman?
Women are just game, mate. They're built to to take adversity on the chin.
I mean, Phatz is, you know, Phatz is doing the nice answer. My answer would be like, none of the opponents have power, so we never know if they have a bad chin or not. That's my opinion.
True.
But you're doing a nice answer, you know, they're just too tough.
Nah, girls. Yeah, it's a hard one, eh? It either looks like girls have got pillow hands or nah. Watch out, man. The UFC girls are gonna come beat me up.
Yeah, the 5'2", they're gonna come and beat me. Did you see Salikov knock out Carlos Leal, bro?
Yeah, bro. That was
crazy. One punch knockout. Bang.
Boom. Yeah, he's
41 years of age.
I know, man.
And his opponent's 31. And Carlos Leal had never been knocked out. 27 fights, never been knocked out once.
It just goes to show, man. That's the last thing that goes, power.
Yeah, true.
That's the last thing that goes.
Man, I can't believe that, you know. I was so surprised.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that is, you know, that is like I just still can't believe it.
That's like Manny Pacquiao knocking out his Manny Pacquiao is still looking good too.
Yeah, I know. I didn't watch it. No, I didn't watch it. Apparently, he clearly won, but they robbed him.
I thought he won too, and you know,
that's crazy against Barrios. How old is Pacquiao? Like 45,
like 40. Yeah, I thought he was like 45, 48, or maybe.
That's crazy, bro. Wow, what a legend, isn't it? Manny Pacquiao.
It's not like you know, it's not just it's not like what do you call it? Exhibition fight. You know, like he just went straight in there and versed the number one.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna have dinner with Manny Pacquiao.
Actual win.
Like last year, I got invited to some dinner, but it was basically for a charity event. So I know one of my mates is like very close with Manny Pacquiao. He's like an entrepreneur from Philippines, so the same country, and he does a lot of charity work. And he offered me a ticket, but it was $5,000 to go because it was for charity. So it's like $5,000, but then I got to like, you could go and meet Pacquiao and basically have dinner with him and stuff. And I should have done it really, but I think I was busy at the time and I didn't want to fly over. And it was a lot of money as well. It was going to be like, you know, $5,000 just for the ticket. And then I was probably going to donate to the charity as well or whatnot. And I was, at that point, I think I was just traveling like the week after or something. So I never did it. But there'll always be opportunities like that because obviously, you know, he's friends with him. So I'd love to meet Manny one day. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't. He's yeah, he's another icon I definitely want to meet before I die. So see you soon.
We'll set up, bro. We'll do the same. There'll always be loads of, and it's only in Sydney. It's only over in Sydney, bro.
Oh, so true.
That was only in Sydney, yeah, because he comes to Australia a lot because he does like stuff with the Filipino community out here. So we'll do that one day, bro. We'll meet Manny for sure.
Who do you want to visit that's still not here? Do you ever get on that buzz? Like you want to visit people's graves, like Icon?
Graves? That's mad. No, I've never thought of that in my life, bro. That's mad, though.
I want to go to Seattle and see Bruce Lee's grave.
Yeah, that would be mad. I would be down for that.
That's on my bucket list. To go to Seattle and go and pay my respects to Bruce Lee, man. You know, he's a legend.
Are you a big fan of Bruce, yeah?
Yeah, bro. Like, just growing up watching all his movies, you know, studying him too. Do you know his son died on the same thing, bro?
No, how?
You know how Bruce Lee died, eh? They were filming like a movie and they had a fake gun on set.
Is that how he died?
That's how he died, bro. A fake gun on... He got shot on set. Like, they're shooting a movie. Fuck. There was a gun there as prop. And I think someone went to go use it on him and shot him.
Bro, what the fuck? I didn't know that, you know?
Bro, and then his son dies from the same thing, like, years later. So him and his son are, like, buried next to each other.
Wow, really? That's mad.
Yeah, if you're watching, if you're watching, just do a quick little background check just in case I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking into this like years ago before I had hairs on my nuts.
Yeah, I never knew that, bro. Bruce is a legend,
crazy.
man. Be like water. When the water goes in the cup,
you heard that joke?
Becomes the cup.
Yeah. What's his favorite drink? You know,
Water.
Water.
He's a legend, bro. His philosophy is
legend.
crazy. People say he's like the father of MMA because, like, he was one of the first to kind of put together a lot of different martial arts.
Do you know what's funny though? Like, as much love as I have for Bruce Lee, I can't believe there's people that think that he'll beat people up in UFC. I was like, trust me, he might know how to. What?
An amateur fighter would finish him in round 1. It would,
honestly, yeah. But see, like, these delusional people out there. Like, I know he's the man and he can do all this. He can play ping pong with nunchucks, but bro, he'll probably struggle against Clarissa Shields.
Definitely, he would, bro. He can't fight like that, bro. There's I've seen his sparring. To be honest, like, in terms of like visually and flexibility and athleticism, like, he's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen his sparring? The black and white, but it's a demonstration. It's not true sparring. Where he's sparring with like one of his students, and they've got like body armor on or some shit. They got like
I've seen that.
And he throws the head. He counters a jab with a head kick. Like, it's crazy. The guy throws a jab, and he's like so close to him, and somehow he gets his leg up and head kicks him. Like, obviously he's super athletic and stuff, but the guy didn't really know how to fight, bro.
Yeah. It's different when you can throw a kick, but it's like, can you throw a kick with a 1-2 coming at you, you know?
Yeah, they always say the famous quote is pads don't hit back, you know?
Yeah, and anyone can look good hitting pads.
And to be honest, bro, I don't want to be rude about Bruce, but have you seen him hit the bag, bro, with his boxing? Terrible. Like, terrible. Like, honestly,
there's actually a few of my mates that think that he would beat people up in the UFC. I'm ending this debate. Hey,
he's hitting the boxing bag, and he's like this. Yeah, he's got his feet wide open, and he's like, like, it's so bad, bro. Yeah, you should type in Bruce Lee hitting the boxing bag, and this is said with, and you know, clip this up, producer. But you know, this is said with all love, because I think he's an elite mind, you know, and philosophy for the game. But at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
I mean, like, you know, what else you gonna say, bro? You know what I mean? Like, the guy, his feet are coming off the ground. Are they? They are. And in my head, his feet are coming off the ground and stuff. Like,
yeah, he's just.
Yeah.
So Bruce Lee, man, but
good mindset.
Rest in peace, Bruce Lee, man. But man, you mean your 1-inch punches getting counted?
Yeah,
man. How do we just go from wanting to visit this icon just to shitting on him? He's probably tending on this grave.
No, bro. It's all love, bro. It's all love.
All about Bruce Lee, man.
It's all love, bro. He wasn't a pro fighter, bro. He wasn't a professional fighter. That's what people have to understand. The guy was an actor with a beautiful mind for the game.
5 Bruce Lees versus 1 primetime Mike Tyson.
Oh, Mike Tyson would kill him, bro. Bro, they're completely different. Bruce Lee's a tiny, bro. How big is Bruce Lee?
5 of them rushing him.
I don't know.
Mike Tyson just goes boom, boom.
Bruce Lee wasn't a grappler. You know, 5 Merabs will fuck up Tyson, but Bruce Lee's not a grappler. That's the thing. If he was like an elite, like, jiu-jitsu fighter, maybe, because then they could, you know, choke him out. But Bruce Lee, I know Bruce Lee did have some submissions, or he wrote about them, but he was mainly a stand-up fighter. Let me see how big he was. The guy was tiny, bro. Fuck, sorry, bro.
Yeah, right.
Mate, what was that? Coffee.
That's why I have tea, bro. You should turn to tea.
I know, bro. I should, but
you know, tea has caffeine.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it really hits you like the same, eh?
It's your soul. Like,
oh. But what tea do you have? Do you have Hassan? You could leave this in. You know, you could even make it funny where I gotta go and then come back with a coffee. Like that would probably be quite funny. But bro, what tea do you have? Like not English tea, eh?
I've got heaps. My favorite tea is Bell.
What's that?
Bell tea. It's like your standard thing, but I've got like green teas, like
Yeah.
peppermint teas. Like, so when I get on my hard out health shit, bro, I'll have a peppermint tea like before bed every night, you know?
Yeah. I like
Or
doing that.
sometimes I'll put like green tea, like just the
Mhm.
tea bags into my flask, but I'll put like a little bit of, like, you know, ginger.
Yeah.
You just cut like a little bit of that, throw it in. You cut up
Yeah.
cucumbers, throw it in, lemon, bro, and
Yeah.
just creates the best refreshing drink.
Yeah, I do all of that, bro. I got all of those teas as well. I got like the
Yeah.
nighttime tea is nice. It relaxes you before bed.
I love Bell tea. I thought it was like an English tea. I thought it
How?
was like,
How do you
it's like
spell
a
it?
cheap Bell.
Bell. Bell tea. Fuck, I don't know what that is, eh?
Yeah, they just look like your standard tea bags, like
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. What's the flavor? Just like normal tea.
just strong tea. Yeah.
All right. Let's run through a few. We'll just run through a few things and then
Where's all our fun? Where's all our fun questions?
let's do this one. Thoughts on who wins? There, we got a fan question, Phatz. We got a fan question. So this is from
We do.
Alexa. Yeah, we got fans now, bro. We got Alexa Releno 8354. Shout out to Alexa, or it's probably Alex Arellano. Shout out to you, Alex or Alexa.
Shout out, Alex.
He's asking, what's the UFC's obsession with Ciryl Gane, and how fast will Tom run through the lad? Because that's official now, isn't it? Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane.
Yeah, Ciryl Gane. I don't think it will be an easy fight for Tom.
Nah.
Like, I don't think it's gonna be a quick finish. I think they're gonna. It's got potential to be a good fight of the night. You know.
You said you see Tom coming away with the win, but it won't be easy.
Yeah, it won't be easy, but I do see Tom either winning by unanimous or finishing him in the later rounds. But I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park.
Yeah, the thing is, bro, like Tom's never been in a late round, so I don't know if we can trust him in his cardio, bro.
Yeah, true. And he's had a lot of time off, eh? It's different when you face adversity a lot. Has he finished most of his fighters like even before the UFC?
He's finished everyone. He's never won a decision.
Shucks.
Never. So that's what I mean. Like, imagine if we get into round 4 and round 5. Bro, he was looking tired in round 2 against Arlovsky.
Exactly.
He finished everyone in round 1, bro. He hasn't even been into round 2. All
He
but
even
one.
finished himself. He even finished himself in round 1.
Yeah, he finished himself, bro.
Against Curtis Blades.
And all of his fights have been 1 minute. The only fight that went into round 2 was Andrei Arlovsky, and he was looking tired in that fight, and he ended up getting the submission, but he was looking a bit tired. He's never been to a decision. He's only been to round 2 3 times. Twice he lost back in the old days. One of them was bullshit. It was a 12-6 elbow, which is legal now. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if we can trust him in round 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. I don't think... Yeah, but a good... also, another possibility is a round 1 finish from Tom. Like, you know, he could go in there and finish Gane in the first round, or it's going to be... Or he's going to get exposed, you know? What if Ciryl Gane plays it smart, takes him into the deep waters, and effortlessly beats him? I know, I'm looking forward to that fight. Who do you got?
Ciryl Gane has shown me too much lack of jiu-jitsu and wrestling. I cannot pick Ciryl Gane. You know, I think Tom could just take him down and submit him, bro. I don't really see anything from him to tell me why he wouldn't be able to take him down and submit him. You know, I even saw a clip the other day of Imavov, you know, the middleweight who knocked out Izzy. Yeah, Imavov. He took down Ciryl Gane in sparring, took his back, get him in a guillotine. Like, he didn't submit him, but it was close. Ciryl Gane was struggling and he got thrown on the floor and stuff. And I was like, bro, if a middleweight is doing that to you, and sparring, you can say sparring, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, if a middleweight's doing that,
big middleweight though, eh?
Tom is a big heavyweight though, bro.
Yeah,
Tom's
true.
a big heavyweight.
Oh, were you talking about them two, him and Tom?
Imavov did that to Ciryl Gane.
Yeah, yeah,
so I'm saying,
so
like,
you could only imagine what Tom would do, eh?
Yeah, and obviously I'm not only speaking about sparring. Ciryl Gane's been dominated on the ground multiple times in MMA already, right? So against heavyweights. So like that, and then also the new clip I've seen, that's just an added extra thing. I was saying Tom was just gonna ragdoll him before I saw that
publicity stunt. It could be.
I don't
you
think
never
so,
know.
but
You never know with gym content though, because you know that could have been his first round. That could have been Ciryl Gane and his.
It's true. No, it's true. But that's what I'm saying. I've seen him dominated on the ground multiple times in the UFC as well.
Yeah,
if I only saw that one clip from sparring, I wouldn't even mention it, you know. But that is like just a added thing of what we've actually seen.
Yeah.
Volkov controlled him. Volkov took him down multiple times in their last fight, and he got awarded a robbery split decision. Volkov controlled him for like 3-4 minutes, bro. And Volkov
that's right.
He's a
pure
pure
I remember
striker.
that.
He's a pure striker.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna.
Late, Ciryl can win, but it's so tough for me to see him defending the wrestling and grappling. But if he does it, it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, styles make fight too. If you look at Ciryl Gane, he's like a counter fighter. You know, he fights like a lighter weight. So, and that's exactly what Tom does. So you never know. They could have a trading. They could have a stand up. You know, they could have a good stand up fight because Ciryl Gane's gun on. You know, he's more of a counter fighter. He fights like a lightweight.
I think Ciryl Gane would win on the feet. I think he's a better striker. Yeah. Aspinall could catch him with a knockout, but Ciryl Gane's just so elite at evading on the feet, and he doesn't get hit clean a lot. And I just feel like he would outpoint him on the feet. But this is an MMA fight, you know?
Yeah. That's where we're going to probably see the fight. I feel like Tom's game plan is to come in, take him down, and submit him. You know, like, look what he said against Alex Pereira. He's like, do you think I'm going to run in there in exchange with Pereira? No, I'm running straight in there and tackling him. Like, yeah, I feel like Tom Aspinall is just going to take him down, or will try to take him down and finish the fight there. So it could be an early night for Tom.
Yeah.
I mean, look what John Jones did to Gane with literally guillotine.
I know, it was so easy. That was a bad performance, man. John is John, but John doesn't really do that to anyone, bro. He doesn't go out there and take...
Last dude he choked like that was Lyoto Machida, eh?
Yeah, and that was after getting hurt on the feet. Machida had a moment on the feet, or he smacked John a bit. So
he was smoking John Jones on the feet that fight.
It wasn't even like as dominant. Like, that was probably John's easiest fight of his entire UFC career.
Yeah.
Which is not good, right? Especially in his heavyweight debut. Like, that just shows you the level of Ciryl Gane. He's just bad on the ground, bro. But, you know, and that gym is bad on the ground as well. That gym, the French gym, you know, they're not good on the ground. They're known for that. So, you know.
Yeah, true.
What else we got? We got
harder than it looks. What else? Bro. What else? We got any more fan questions?
There's one fan question. Is Phatz a former fighter? Former street fighter?
I'm a former street fighter. Nah, I've never actually had a proper fight in the ring. I really want to jump in there at some point in my life, but my doctors have advised me I don't, but I'm not going to listen to them. No, it's because I'm literally blind on one eye, so I got to do a Michael Bisping.
Or Shara.
But if I get... or Shara. But if I get in shape this year, man, you're gonna definitely see me in the ring next year.
That'll be epic.
Taking on some influences. Man,
I
just wanna, to be honest, fighting in New Zealand, and especially in New Zealand, it's the hardest route. Like, I've watched so many of my mates dedicate half their life into fighting just to not get anywhere. you know, we're fighting. So it's a hard sport. I'd love to do what Jake Paul does, you know, make a big name and take some money fights.
Yeah, that would be the way to do it. Smash up all the influence.
I feel like I could do really well.
Yeah, bro, you're fast, man.
I feel like I could do really well if I actually dedicated my life, but because I don't know, like it's weird for me because I know when I fight, I want to fight someone really good. You know what I mean? So I know when I step in there, it's gonna be a hard night. You know?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I want to be well prepared. I want to be well prepared.
Yeah, like when I was in Thailand last year, I was gonna have a fight out there, and then I got injured, and then the timing didn't really work out. But you know, a lot of people go over to Thailand and then they have easy fights. You know, a lot of white people go over to Thailand and then they have these fights against Thais, but they're set up fights and they don't even know. And then they post on Instagram their knockouts, their finishes, but they don't understand they're in a setup fight. They let the Farangs win. They call us Farangs, tourists, right? They let us win because we bring the money there. We're going to keep going back. We bring all our friends there who drink all the beers, and then we paid, like, you know what I mean? It's a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
They put you up against the Thai who's either really bad and never trained, or they just take a dive. And then all these English Western people post the videos on Instagram like, look at this knockout I got in Thailand, and I'm like, that is so embarrassing, man. Like, I would never do that. So I was going to make a legit fight, a real fight in Thailand against a real fighter. And I ended up getting injured. But yeah, like you said, like, I'm not going to take a fight unless it's like a actual, obviously well matched. I'm not just going to fight fucking someone way better than me. It's stupid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll take a real fight where a lot of these people take,
I want to be like a sparring. I want to be like the sparring partner, you know? I want to be like, I just want to be a sparring partner, to be honest. Because, bro, sparring is like fighting to me. You know what I mean? Bro, imagine just...
Can be.
Can be.
If you're sparring Sean Strickland,
I love... Yeah. I remember what I said to you. I go, fuck, let's go spar Sean Strickland.
Fuck that, bro.
Yeah, I feel like he'll knock me out because he'll start to realize real quick, like...
He'll try to knock you out, but I don't know if he could, bro. I mean, he didn't knock out Sneeko, bro, and he was trying his hardest, and you're like 8 Sneekos in one, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll knock you out. Obviously, he can.
Yeah. I didn't get knocked out. I get gassed out.
Oh, yeah. Technical knockout. TKO.
I'll get TKO. I'll tap out.
Oh, TKO all day, bro.
Has Merab answered my call out yet? Or is he so scared?
We have to hit him up again. Merab didn't answer. I'm going to hit him up, but I'm going to drop the bag. I'm going to be like, yo.
Soon, boy.
I'm going to say, bro, like, we'll give money to your charity if you fight. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, a good little pitch.
We'll be there against Merab soon. But, bro, I reckon we wrap it up now. We got some questions, but we'll leave them for the next. We'll leave them for the next one because we've been going for about an hour. Solid. So, yeah, man.
Man, everyone tap in, man. The Phat Lucrative MMA podcast coming to you live every week. Doesn't matter what country we in. Hit them with our outro. Oi, did you see our Spanian kebab? Your message at the end?
Yeah, that was good one,
that was one.
That was nice music you put over it.
Yeah. But when you said it, bro, I was like, wow. Even all my mates messaged and was like, bro, they messaged the bro left at the end of my vlog. Like, hit a lot of people sober, you know?
Oh, that's mad, bro. Yeah, no, that was good, man. So, boys, what I said, if you haven't watched it, I basically just said you have to be grateful in life. You know, I'm staying in this apartment block right now where I am. I saw someone in a wheelchair earlier, and about 30-40% of the people staying in this apartment block are in wheelchairs, right? And every time I see them, I literally saw it this morning, I think to myself, like, damn, I'm so lucky to even walk. You know, we have a lot of people complaining about life. You know, even people watching this video probably get a little bit upset, get depressed. It's normal. You're a human, right? But you have to understand that even the ability to walk is a blessing. You know, a lot of people don't have that ability. So if you have that ability, be grateful, show gratitude, say thank you to the Lord, you know, or to whoever you believe in, you know, pray daily. And even if you don't do that, just be grateful, show gratitude, and use your legs for something good. You know, use the mouth that you're blessed with. Use the mouth to say, to improve people's lives, to tell your family or friends you love them. Use the legs to go and walk and work out and go to places and enjoy your life. You know, you have to always be grateful, because no matter how bad you got it in life, there's so many more people out there that have it way worse than you, and they would kill people to be in your position. So that's a privilege you are at where you're at. Even if you're very low in life right now, you're still somebody's dream life. You're living someone's dream life. So make sure you make the most of it. And that's it.
Exactly. Thank you, James, for your words of wisdom. Everyone have a lovely rest of your week. Remember, we're all just passing by on this planet we call Earth. So it's better to be humble than being a miserable prick, all right? Adios, amigos.
Adios. Hasta la vista.